That brings us to Arkansas Pine Bluff head coach Monte Coleman. Is Coach Coleman on the call?
Yes, I am.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
A tough loss for you guys in Huntsville on Saturday, and if you could just kind of summarize that game and then talk about getting ready to head to Jackson State this week, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Okay. Very tough loss for us this past weekend down in Huntsville against Alabama A&M. Game. We played well. We started fast. We did a lot of things that I've been driving the team to do, was getting off to a fast start. We went into the fourth quarter with a lead of 20 points, and whatever happened, I'm not even sure yet. But we ended up losing the game by 1 point, 28-27. Coach Jones is a good friend of mine. I knew he would have the team ready to go. They played for 60 minutes. They never gave up. They fought back from a 20-point deficit and ended up winning the football game by 1 point. So, of course, I was very disappointed in losing that particular football game, being a conference game, and losing it the way we did lose it. I thought my team played extremely hard. We made some mistakes. We had some busted coverages. And we just made some mistakes at bad times with our tackling and coverages, and we ended up losing that football game. So it was a very tough loss for us. We're going to Jackson State this weekend. They're 4-1, very good football team. And another thing that we've got to do is forget about this game after today and start preparing for Jackson State to put on a good show once we get there.
We'll open it up for questions for head coach Monte Coleman from UAPB.
Coach, I see Morrell, Pine Bluff Commercial. Coach, have you had an opportunity to look at the film to see where things may have broken down for you?
Yes, I have. I see. Basically, what we did was, like I alluded to, the kids played extremely hard. They fought for 60 minutes. It was times when we tried to do more than our job that got us in trouble. We're trying to help out one of our teammates, and unfortunately, we don't do the job that we're supposed to be doing, and we get ourselves in trouble. I'm not taking anything from Alabama A&M. Like I said, they're a very good football team, but we made mistake after mistake after watching the film. We had 14 points taken off the board because one, we blocked below the waist. We get a penalty on that one, and another one we turn up field just a little too soon. I thought the call could have gone either way. Normally when it's that close, they don't make that call, but they made the call. And, we take another touchdown off the board, a 70-yard run or so by T.J. Shelton. So, yes, we have identified, and we will be working on those problems in practice.
Yeah. When you say there were some situations when you guys tried to do more than you needed to do, was that just on offense? Was it on defense? Was it on both sides of the ball?
It was the team. It was both. Coming off of a block on offense when we should stay with them, and that's what's been taught to us. But they see a guy flash, they'll come off, and when they come off, it's their guy that makes the tackle. On defense, we're playing zone coverage, or we're playing man-to-man. We come off of our man and try to help someone else because he flashes, and your man is the one that catches the touchdown pass. So it's just play like that, play after play, that really got us in the trouble that we were in the fourth quarter.
Right. Are any concerns as far as how this loss will affect maybe the spirit of practice this week, knowing you're going into Jackson State, or does the fact that you're just half a game out of first place in the West will be a motivating factor for you?
We're still motivated. I mean, this is one game. We've lost one game in the SWAC, so we hadn't folded our tents and called it quits. We'll continue to practice hard and continue to play hard. It was a tough defeat, but we're not giving up. We're far from giving up anything. The thing that we're going to do, we'll approach practice the same way we've done it from week in to week out. We'll watch the film as a team today, offensive team and defensive team, and after today, when we go on the field and practice, this is behind us. Everything else is all about Jackson State, and we will prepare for Jackson State to go down and win that game. I think it's homecoming for them, so we know how hostile it's going to be down there, but we will have the team ready to go to play. This one defeat this past weekend has not ended our season.
Right. A&M's quarterback got on in the second half, and you're taking on another really good quarterback in the Jackson State QB. And what do you know about him, and how do you plan to stop him?
Well, we're going to do the things that we do. He's a very good quarterback. He came on the scene last year. He was all SWAC. He's preseason offensive all SWAC, and also offensive player of the year preseason. So we understand how good he is. He can run the football. He can throw the football. The thing that I don't worry about other folks. I worry about us. I think we have a good football team. And if we just take care of our business, I think we can play with anybody. So we're going to prepare for Jackson State this week, and we'll see.
Coach, how healthy is Armstead? Well, maybe that's a little bit too early, but Armstead, he didn't play Saturday, but, how healthy is he? How healthy are some of the guys, that hadn't played Saturday?
Armstead has a high ankle sprain, and we all know about how those things work. I held him out in this particular ball game. If I played him, he would have been hobbling, so I was better off playing a guy who was 100%, opposed to a guy who could probably only go about 75, maybe 80%. And what we did, we had to shift the line around to get that special mixture. But he is scheduled to practice some this week as his ankle allow him to, and we're hoping that he will be able to play this upcoming week.
Okay.
Hey, Monte, it's Ross at the Clarion Ledger in Jackson. How you doing?
Good, Ross.
Rick Comgy is got less than 3 months left on his contract. What are your thoughts on Coach Comgy, in his future here? What are your thoughts on him as a coach?
As a coach, I think he's a winning coach. He's proven that in the time that he's been there. I don't know the number of times he's been to the championship game or any of that, but he's shown me that he has the ability to win. Year in and year out, he's always a contender and has been since his tenure there at Jackson State. And that's the thing that I think of when I think of Coach Comgy.
What do you remember about last year's game, Monte? I know he wasn't on the sidelines. He was suspended. Do you feel like the team maybe kind of played for him last year? I mean, what are your thoughts on last year's game there?
It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say if they were playing for him, not being on staff or in any of their meetings or anything. I know the team played hard the game that they came down and played us. They moved the ball. They played well. I don't know if they dedicated the game to him or any of that kind of stuff, but I think they respect Coach Comgy, and I think they have the same feelings pretty much, of my opinion. I think they think he's a good coach. But like I said, I don't know the ins and outs because I'm not in that organization, so I really can't speak to how the team feels about it.